How's it going, everybody? Rye right here today, and we are finally back with our Oakland Athletics franchise mode. Sorry it took me so long, guys. I got sick over the past week, but I'm good to go now, and I'm ready to pump out some more MLB The Show for you guys, and I'm ready to get Oakland. Maybe we'll win a playoff series. That's the goal here. We're in 2028, and there's really only 3 seasons left in my mind, and that kind of lines up with our timeline with our contract as well. But in the offseason, we continue to be a great team. Taking a look here, guys, we got Bo Bichette, Bobby Witt Jr., Adley Rutschman, and Spencer Torkelson, all in the low to mid 90s. Then we have Michael Busch, who's, it's finally his turn. He stepped in last season when Torkelson went down with that injury, and he played great. Just a guy that I acquired years ago, never really gave him too much of a shot. But then, last year, he really proved to me that he can be a great player for us. Then we finally have our pitchers here with Gallen and Skubal. Our starting pitchers, it's not bad. It's not great. I'd like to see somebody climb into the 90s, but I don't think that's going to happen considering they're 32 and 31 respectively. Maybe Connie Nelson can reach that 99 potential that we know he's got. Grayson Rodriguez is 28, though. At a potential, he might be able to get there. And then obviously we have Jordan Wicks as well, who I think is going to stay in the bullpen. I really want to give Connie Nelson a good shot this season. He's got 49 hits per 9, which is not good, but the rest of his stuff looks good. We'll see how he does to start the season, but as the 4th guy in the rotation, he's certainly solid enough. I mean, he could even be the 5th guy. That's kind of just a toss up between him and Grayson Rodriguez. Who would I rather have where? It doesn't exactly matter, but as you guys can see, we are a phenomenal team. 1st overall, 1st in contact, 1st in power, 2nd in pitching, 5th in defense, and 12th in speed. Yeah, the team is kind of ridiculous at this point, but we're going to go ahead and get to the regular season and to get to the draft. Contract extension time. Rutschman is arbitration eligible, so we may not negotiate with him. Let's see. We have... I guess we have the budget for this. I can't really tell how much budget we would have. Our player payroll would be $132 million if we signed Bo Bichette for that much money. And he's been great, right? He's been phenomenal for us. But let's take a look at our budget real quick. I want to make sure that I'm not going too crazy. Our team revenue right now is $179 million. We're currently paying okay, so we have about 60-ish, 70-ish million to spend on our free agents. Gallen, maybe I will not bring. We'll probably wait on a guy like Zach Gallen. We have so many pitchers, and he's just not been tremendously dominant, right? He's been really good. Don't get me wrong. He's been pretty solid. 305, 331. He's been really good, but he's not been that ace that I'm hoping for. With Connie Nelson, Gunnar Hoglund, Grayson Rodriguez, all those guys, and Tariq Skubal, we have guys that we can come up and step in that role. So I think we might let Gallen walk, but I definitely think a guy like Bo Bichette, giving him 5 years, see if we can get him down to 21.5 million a season. That would be really, really good. I think 21.2. I think I like that a lot. 21.2. So we'd still have about 30 to 40-ish million. So he wants more than that. We'll go back up to 22 million a year. At 110 million for 5 years. I like that. He's 30 right now. Salary is too low. Okay, he wants a bit more. What about 22.5 million per year? And there we go. He is going to accept that offer. Rutschman is arbitration eligible. We'll see how much he wants. He wants 34 million a season. Are you serious? I mean, he's really good. He's a catcher who's like really, really, really good. But we've got Tyler Soderstrom here with his A potential. And he for 3 years would want 4.4 million. Right? 4.4 million. He's close to home, so we get that little bit of a bonus bump there. We'll probably let Rutschman walk too. I know it's probably not great to let him walk, but he's too good for me to just trade away. Oh my God, he's super happy with this money. Okay, there we go. So we can probably underpay him a bit. Go to 3 years, 11 million. That's 3.7 million per year. And that's a done deal. That is fantastic. Nelson and Hoglund are renewable. So I think, 3 years for Hoglund we can wait on these guys. That's fine. Corbin Carroll's our backup outfielder. Lee Rodriguez is just going to be a bullpen guy for us. He never really turned out to be something incredible like we thought he might be. Giancarlo Stanton's here. Yeah, these guys down here I'm not as worried about, but I think that's all that I'm going to do right now for contract extension wise. Adley Rutschman, I think this is the last season we're going to have him. He's too good for me to just say, oh, I'm going to flip him for prospects and whatnot. Because, I mean, I know Soderstrom's looking really good, but, you know, he's 26, 83. He can get there. I just don't want him as my everyday catcher right now. So I think he will be the starting catcher next season. We'll just kind of move on from Adley Rutschman just because he's going to be too $30 million for Rutschman. I could afford Bo Bichette's 21-ish. You know, taking a look at our budget now, we have about 30 million remaining if we're going to use this season as a guide. So we got 30 million left, and I don't want to spend it all on Adley Rutschman. I'm sorry. Like Zach Gallen, we could even bring him back. Stanton, we'll see how he does. He's probably not going to bring him back. Puason, probably let him walk. Corbin Carroll's arbitration eligible, so we may do that, but he's making 3.6. So, I mean, he's a backup. Adley Rutschman, obviously, is going to wants a $27 million pay bump. Gonna let that one go. Frankie Montas here is just kind of here for the bullpen. Cody Whitley, again, another bullpen arm. Pablo Mora was good originally, but Nick Daly, Giancarlo Franco, Howie Murray. How are these guys doing? Nick Daly, a potential 21, 63 overall. That's good. Giancarlo Franco still got a long way to go, and Howie Murray still also has a long way to go. So we'll see. But Alan Kane here is another reason why I'm willing to let Rutschman just walk, right? He's 73 overall, 25, A potential still, really well-balanced stats. I wish his arm was a bit better, but he's definitely fine to come and be our bench catcher next season. Or I could sign somebody in free agency, a veteran even, and they can platoon with Soderstrom. But that's all we're going to do now. Taking a look here, you can see center field is the only real area where we are lacking. I mean, Verdugo did just post, a 7-point-something WAR last season, was it? Yeah, 7.0 WAR last season. So I'm not worried about that at all. So let's go ahead, sim to the regular season here. Oh my God, I forgot that it automatically sends players down if I just sim to the regular season. Bodie, I wanted Bodie up. Blaine Enlow, Graham McLeod. I want these guys. Okay, I got to go position by position. Lee Rodriguez is up. Graham McLeod can keep growing. He's only 20 and 80 overall. Getting another season in AAA for him would be fine. Karinchak is our closer. Lee Rodriguez is just a relief pitcher for us. Then we got Ryan Weathers, Cody Whitley, Colin Palouse, Jacob Lemoyne. That's fine there. Maybe we call up Graham McLeod, but I'm not too worried about it. We got Rutschman and Soderstrom. Those are fine. Torkelson, Ponce, Luis Ponce here is a great bat. Pablo Mora's on waivers, which is fine. Michael Bush, I do want Bodie in the majors. I don't know who is up that shouldn't be up, but third base looks fine with Bobby Witt, Bichette and Puason. Are they really waiving Giancarlo Stanton? I want Stanton as my DH, but I want Mac Denton in AAA. Are you kidding me? All right, I got to stop making that mistake. Everything else looks okay, though. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers. Yeah. Cade Cavalli, Blaine Enlow. I'm fine with those guys going down. Ray Del Gaudio is going to be in the bullpen. I'm just using starting pitchers as bullpen arms at this point. But taking a look at the lineups, you can see it's Freddie Thompson, Michael Bush, Spencer Torkelson, Rutschman, Verdugo, Bichette, Bobby Witt Jr., Luis Ponce, who's being our DH against righties, and then Jesus Sanchez. So I don't think there's anybody else to challenge for DH right now. I know we'll wait for everybody to clear waivers and whatnot, but taking a look at the pitching rotation, things look good. Karinchak is our closer. Ryan Weathers is a middle reliever. Lemoyne, there we go. And Lee Rodriguez will also be yeah, there we go. I don't put too much stock in my setup pitchers, especially when they pitch so infrequently when you sim, right? So they're not going to be a detriment to us, and I'd rather have some really good bullpen arms like we do. Like, holy smokes, yeah. And then you can see they put Connie Nelson at 4. Fine with that as well. Tariq Skubal is now our ace. Zach Gallen there at the number 2. That's where I think he does his best work. We'll see how the lefty does for us coming home to Cali as well. Jordan Wicks, Ray Del Gaudio. I guess I could send one of those guys down, but I'm fine. I think once everything goes through here, we'll send down Mac Denton, call up Giancarlo Stanton, and I think we will be fine. David Bodie's going to be in the minors. We did sign him 3 years, $4 million. He's a great utility player. I just don't think I have enough spots for him, right? Because we got Luis Ponce here, who's a great bat, a really, really solid bat against righties. But you guys can see that Giancarlo Stanton is just insane. He's got power, and he's got contact against lefties, power against righties. So I think, he's got to be the everyday DH. But Here we go. Let's get the season started with a 6-5 win over Cleveland. Delgado picks up the win, pitching 5.1 in transactions pending. Nick Gordon was just waived by wow, a lot of players getting waived here. Jose Devers and Nick Gordon, both who are 80 overall. I mean, Jose Devers, 2.4 million. That would be a great one to claim. I mean, there's so many players on waivers right now. Holy smokes. Like, look at all these players. I mean, I get it because the spring training just ended and whatnot, but man, transactions completed. Cardinals, nothing. Yeah, no, nothing that really concerns us there. I don't like the fact that, okay. I was going to say, I don't like the fact that Delgado pitched so many innings, but I think it's just because Skubal got bombed. He only made it through 2/3 of the first and allowed 5 runs. They brought in Delgado, who just absolutely feasted, 5.1, no earned runs, 2 walks, 2 hits, so 4 base runners in 5 innings. I would take that. But it was a really good comeback for us, 4 runs. I mean, we clawed back into it right away, immediately back into it heading into the third. And that's solid from what I expected. Then we lose 5-3. Zach Gallen gets the L there, and then we win. Enlo's cleared waivers, beautiful. So 10-7 there. Cody Whitley, the relief pitcher, picking up the win. So how did Hoagland pitch? Gunnar Hoagland, not great. 9.64 ERA is not great. Our pitching is not the reason we're winning games right now. 4th pitching, actually the best defensive. Are you serious? Okay. Left field, Giancarlo Stanton. I would like to call you back up to the MLB. Thank you. All right, so Stanton's now here. He can play as our DH. We have too many players in AAA, so in AAA, we will send some of these relief pitchers down to AA. Here we go. Oh, wow, we need to send quite a few. We'll send down this left fielder to AA. We'll send down center fielder here to AA. We have so many relief pitchers. I had to go through and sign a ton just because we didn't quite have enough relief pitchers in the system on the teams at all. And then I will send some of these relief pitchers down to Class A. I just wanted to make sure we had plenty. So there we go. All right, so things look very, very good. And now let's go ahead and adjust the lineups to the way we want them. Ponce here versus Stanton. I like Ponce a lot. He's already hit a home run too. In 11 at-bats, he's got a home run. That's the thing though. Maybe he'll DH against righties because he's good enough, and then Stanton DHs against lefties because we don't have a good DH. I mean, they're DHing Poisson. Yeah, that's definitely not where, but Stanton's power is just a bit too much. I mean, Ponce, how many years does he sign for? He's arbitration eligible for the next 3 seasons. He's only 26. He's beat potential. I'm fine with him rotating in every once in a while. So against righties here, you can see our leadoff guy was always Bo Bichette. So I think I want that back. I think I want Bo Bichette leading off. He's got that 80 contact, 83 vision. He's got 67 speed. Bush second. Torkelson at 3 is great. Rutschman at 4. I don't know. I mean, I think Verdugo. Verdugo at 2, right? Because I think he's got great contact. And then we've got Spencer Torkelson with his 82 power. Rutschman with 75 power. I think I would like to put just kind of shift him down to 5. Stanton at 4 because he's got the power against righties. 75, 75, 71 is great. 78, yeah, there we go. Freddie Thompson's not got the power, so Bobby Witt actually think will bat above Rutschman, actually. Bobby Witt with 81, 74 is better than 75, 75. Very similar vision, so there we go. Rutschman, then Freddie Thompson, and then actually Jesus Sanchez above Bush, I think Jesus Sanchez at 7 is fine for me as well. So I like this batting order against righties. We do have 3 righties in a row, but we got righty, lefty, righty, 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 switch, lefty, lefty, lefty. A very similar amount of batting handedness, but anyway, left-handed against DH. We'll see. Okay, who's got the best contact against left? It's Torkelson, but I'm going to keep him at 3 there because I think he's our best left-handed hitter. Bo Bichette will probably lead off again. He's got that 83 vision and the 75 contact. Michael Bush, I don't know if I want him there. 70 contact, 71, 60, 82. Giancarlo Stanton doesn't exactly have the power against. Yeah, he doesn't have the. But he's definitely going to go above there. Yeah, so he's got 69. I'm looking at the wrong power. 69, 58, 53, 59. Yeah, I kind of like the order as is. I only had to make those couple changes. Bush batting 2 is fine because he's got that 75 contact. And then Torkelson, Rutschman, actually Torkelson, Stanton, Rutschman, Witt. Yeah, I like that because Stanton's got that 82 contact, 69 power versus 77 and 68. His vision's a lot worse, but that's okay. I'm not too pressed about that. We got Bo Bichette, Bush, Torkelson, Stanton, Rutschman, Witt, Verdugo, Sanchez, and Thompson. Verdugo, yeah. Verdugo down there makes sense. I like Bobby Witt where he is. Verdugo, perfect. All right. So Jesus Sanchez, I think, yeah, against lefties, he's not as good. So we're not as good batting against lefties, that's for sure. We have a couple players who are still pretty strong against lefties, but not many on the bench either. We don't really have a lot of pop against lefties, but I mean, for the most part, our team is really, really good. It's all around pretty solid. And we win 11-6 there. Connie Nelson picking up the win. Again, though, a 4.05 ERA. It's not the pitchers that are winning us these games. So the Aviators do not have a valid pitching rotation. So let's go check that out. AA, please. There we are. Blaine Enlow will be the ace. Alex Tunick down there. Cade Cavalli as well. Yeah, we've got a pretty nutty... Yeah, there's Frankie Montas. I brought him in. We'll see how he does. Graham McLeod is, our closer down there. That's perfect. I actually think this is pretty good. We may not have enough relievers. We have 2. Yeah, it's fine. It's not gonna hurt us that much. All right. So the Angels are 6-0 to start the season. They have yet to lose. They do not auto fix their lineups. There we go. All right, huge. All right, so after making those changes to the lineup, oh my God, Houston. And we're still a game back from the Angels, who we don't play at all before the draft. Or actually, we do play them before the draft. Here we go. Just 1 3-game series there. So we're going to actually have to see how they do. We got a interesting schedule against Kansas City. We play on Thursday, take a break on Friday, and then we have a 3-game series there. So it's actually a 4-game series. Anyway, after we make those lineup changes, we scored oh my God, we've scored double-digit runs in 4 straight games. But since we made the lineup changes, 11, 11, 12, that's great to see. Against Kansas City, we win 6-0. So there's the pitching. Thank you, Zach Gallen. The Rockhounds do not have the minimum number of AA pitchers on their roster. Really? I thought I fixed that. Anyway, is it starting? It might be starting pitchers. They might not have enough starting pitchers. Change leagues. Yeah, they only have 3 starting pitchers. So maybe, oh God. Some of these relief pitchers that I sent down probably have to be called up. So like him, he can go to, he's actually in AA. I might need to send somebody, up from single A. That's fine. Pitchers, we just don't have enough starting pitchers. So actually I want to move some of these pitchers down here, like Dwayne Loftus. There we go. And then send some of these guys to AAA. I think I sent 2 guys, right? Yeah. One more guy, and it's going to be Graham Sparker. Yeah, we need that. All right, so I think they should be okay now. Taking a look at the pitching rotation, just trying to manage everything. There we go. They don't have any long relievers, but they got plenty of relievers now. And then in AA, they look fine as well. No closer, but they have arms to be used. Tunick, yeah, we'll move him in there. And then Luis Gonzalez for Loftus. And then we'll move these guys up. Wow, we got some really interesting names down here. Nathan Webb, we'll move you to the closing. Thank you. I was like, we'll move you to the closing pitcher role. And then Josh Dye, you'll be our 1 setup man. So listen, I'm not too upset about our minor league system. The Rockhounds now have 27 players. All right, so let's take a look at that. AA roster, send down the 20-year-old center fielder to Class A. Hopefully he continues to grow there. All right, so that should be fine now. We continue advancing. Whew. Oh, we do not have a valid pitch. Oh my goodness, that definitely means somebody got hurt. Hoagland broke his forearm today and is expected to be out 1 to 2 months. So it's not great, but it's not killer, right? 1 to 2 months is not bad. It's not like how we lost Torkelson for the year last time, but we do have to take a look at our pitching rotation now. Connie Nelson slots up, and then look at that. Jordan Wicks, boom. That's easy. That is easy as it gets. Oh my God, Jacob Lemoyne, oof. His 20.25 ERA and his 1.1 innings pitched is not great, but we continue to win. Delgadio picks up another win with a fantastic ERA, pitching 16.2 innings so far on the season. And there we go. We finally lose. So 2, 4, 6 wins in a row. And we are going to actually split the series with Kansas City, who is a 500 team so far to start the season. But now we got the top of our rotation up against Minnesota in a series that we lose. A big win there with Gallen pitching, but Connie Nelson, not great there. This series against Texas, auto fixed their pitching rotation. There we go. We get back on the winning ways by winning the series against Texas. Skubal and Wicks pick up the wins. Grayson Rodriguez picks up the L, but he's got a 2.6 ERA, so I can't be too upset. We get swept by Seattle against Detroit. We lose. Oh my God, we are struggling right now. We are 11-11, and we sweep the Yankees. Okay, that's big. A big win from Connie Nelson, whose ERA is looking quite awful, might I just say. Grayson Rodriguez has got a great ERA, and Wicks is looking okay. Connie Nelson is starting to worry me, though, with his stat. It's just a month. I get it. We have International West Central. Yeah, that's exactly how I like it. Injured list. Livingston suffered an injury. Frankie Montas fractured his forearm. What is with our pitchers and their forearms? What the heck is with our pitchers and their forearms, man? Come on. All right, so we are game and a half back of the Angels, who are 16-10. Atlanta, we beat them. We split those two games quickly. Cody Whitley picks up the win. Gallen picks up the loss in a tight one. I can't really blame him for giving up one run. We just didn't score any runs. We scored him there for Connie Nelson, who pulls his ERA down from 7 to 5. Like I said, guys, he's only pitched 20 innings. Now he's pitched 28. 5.14 ERA is fine. All right, so the first month goes by okay. We're 4 games above 500, and we are 1.5 games back of the Angels, who are just on an absolute blistering pace. They've cooled down. As you can see, they're 5-5 in their last 10. We're 6-4, so we picked up another game on them there in the last 10, but we're still a game and a half back. White Sox are doing really well. Other than that, I'm trying to compare ourselves to the rest of the league. Yeah, our 16 wins are right in line with kind of where top teams are. We're not quite as good as the White Sox, but taking a look at the roster, yeah, that's fine. These guys are all, yeah, there's nobody I should be. Graham McLeod had a good good time there. All right, so first in contact, first in power, third in pitching, first in defense, fifth in speed. Let's play like it, boys. Here we go. Rodriguez, Wicks, Skubal. Ooh, I was going to say they all pick up the win except for Skubal. Max Sanchez takes the win there, but Rodriguez and Wicks picking up their wins. The New York Yankees, a 4-game series against them. Auto fix the AAA lineups, and we win 3 out of 4 there. That's beautiful. We're definitely starting the month off hot here against the New York Mets. Cool off a bit, but 2, 4, 6, 7 wins and 2, 4, 7-4 to start the month so far. So I'll take that. Miami here. We are going to sweep the Marlins, Delgado, Weathers, and Rodriguez. So the bullpen actually chipping in quite nicely with some wins there. Against Tampa Bay, I was going to say we are going to sweep them too, but we win 5 in a row. Yeah, we win 5 in a row before Palouse loses that one. Probably late if it's Palouse. Oh yeah, he gave up 4 in the 8th. It looks like that's not where you want to be. We had it though. We're looking pretty good. Baltimore is not looking pretty good, but they're gonna beat us 3 out of 4, and we have a 3-game series against Los Angeles. This is huge. Rodriguez, Wicks, and Skubal. Skubal's got to step it up, man. Oh my God, Reed Detmers is 7-2 so far. He's getting all the decisions. He's not exactly phenomenal at 3.47 ERA, but he's pitching pretty darn well. We lose the first game, we lose the second game, and we get swept. We're now 6 games back. That is brutal. Against Texas, we win the first 2, we sweep them. All right, beautiful. All right, and here we go against Toronto. Thankfully, they didn't put 28 runs on us, and we are now at the draft, and we will be selecting 28th. So probably not going to get a ridiculous. Oh my God, somebody just took a 55 potential. Are you serious? Yikes. Pick player. All right. How is our accuracy? Do we know? Aha. We got a third baseman who's got 70 overall and 80 potential. Victor Santos, who looks like he's got above average hitting. He looks to be, oh my God, he's going to be an elite fielder, it looks like. And he's got speed as a third baseman. Holy smokes. There's also this second baseman, but he's not quite as polished. Yeah, I think Victor Santos is the pick here. I don't see any reason to look anywhere else. He is 23, but we do need cheap contracts that are going to contribute right away. So Victor Santos, welcome to the team. I'm excited to see what he actually is, but 70 rating now and 80 potential is fantastic. Here we go. Pick 26 in the second round. Accuracy wise, we still know quite a bit about a lot of players. And here's that first baseman, Randy Howard, one of the actually I don't think it was the first base. He wasn't who I was looking at, but he's got 45 overall, 80 potential. He's got a long way to go. He is 20. But I mean, if he's going to be here, we'll see. I'm not, going to pass on 80 potential just because he's got a long way to go. Obviously, if he's got tremendous potential, then, I want him. But here we go. 75, Danny Flores here. We don't have a lot of first basemen in the system. Yeah, we don't really have prospect first baseman. So snagging another one here. Danny Flores looks like he's gonna be pretty average, solid. He'll be fine, right? His overall will probably be, good. He'll probably be a C potential if I had to guess. Take a look at the accuracy still. We don't really know too much about anybody else. Rico Ramirez here, a good catcher for the system. We kind of do need to refill that pipeline, but there's a potential couple 80s down here. Lewis Johnson, the second baseman. I see Jimmy Brady here, but I'm going to keep scrolling because we still know a good amount. I mean, it's a decent amount of scouting to know. There's Miguel Chavez here, but if he's 70 overall, 80 potential, that's kind of insane. He's only 19 as well. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can really pass that up. It may not be 100% accurate, but again, it's still above 50% accuracy. So Miguel Chavez, welcome. If he's 19 and he's got 7, if that's even close, right? If he's got 70 overall right now, I mean, I know it's on an 80 scale. He's not going to be 70 overall, but still. Lewis Johnson here would be good. Damon Jack could be good. Lewis Johnson from Cali, 19-year-old from Cali, second baseman with tremendous potential. Roger Delgado, not Delgadio, but Delgado. Damon Jack. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to take Lewis Johnson. I like the idea of the 19-year-old from California with tremendous potential. Really like that close to home kind of drafting. We are the Oakland Athletics. I'm not thinking we have tremendous pull, although I've kind of built the best team in baseball. So we're thin at starting pitcher. I guess you could kind of say we're thin at starting pitcher, but we're really not, right? Like all of our prospects are in the majors. Like everybody who's got potential is here right now. And looking at this, there's not really anybody I love left, right? 65 is the best we've got. 65 is above average, but it's not tremendous. It's not great. There's some closing pitchers. You know what? Let's take a relief. He's 24. Yikes. But you know what? Let's take him. We need more bullpen prospects. Omar Reyes. I haven't really taken any relievers. I kind of just transition my starters into relievers. We trade for closers as well, so it's not a position that I put a high premium on. And here we go. Why not? Rick Bell, take a shot on him. If he's actually this good, we got an absolute steal here with the very last pick. Well, I shouldn't say the very last pick, but Rick Bell there is the last pick of the draft for us. And we are 32-24, 4 games back of the Angels. Taking a look at the standings here as we got to the draft. We are in control of the wild card. I would like to do better in the division. The Angels are kind of, the Mariners are beating up on the division. That's crazy. Anyway, the Angels, though, are the team to chase after. We're 4 games back, so we're not really, they've got a 63. Wow. They are the best team in baseball. We are chasing the best team in baseball. Even though on paper we're rated as the best team in baseball, we are not quite the best team in baseball right now. Willie Carter, Frankie Montas. Oh, good. Gunnar Hoglund's back. That means take a look at the roster. Ray Dugan, that's fine. Bobby Witt Jr. is cold, but he is the best player now. He's now a 95 overall. That's phenomenal. I mean, geez. His power's gone up. Adley Rutschman, he's so good. It's going to suck to let him walk. Bo Bichette, who's an all-star, was an all-star, I think, last year, is dropping a bit. He's 93 over. I think he was maybe a 94. Now he's 93. We'll check out the stats in just a second, but I know you guys are dying because I always do this. I always do the draft, and then I got sidetracked. Signed draft picks. Victor Santos has B potential. Okay, he's 72 with an 84 potential. I'll take it, right? He's a solid hitter already. He's got that Giancarlo Stanton to him, where he's got the contact against lefties, power against righties. I guess he's a better hitter against. He's just a solid hitter. I like this guy a lot. I really, really do. Obviously, we're going to sign him. Beautiful. Randy Howard here, 40 overall, but 86 potential. He's got a long way to go, but he looks quite good in the future, potentially at 20. You will see. I got Danny Flores here, 40 overall again. So a lot of low floor prospects, but a really high ceiling. I guess we can afford to wait because we have so many players in the majors right now that, we're not losing players very quickly. So a lot of our core is younger. They are going to stick around for a while. They're on moderately long contracts. So like 3 years from now, Danny Flores might be flirting with the idea of coming up. But Miguel Chavez here, 65 overall, 79 potential. It's close. He could definitely be a bullpen arm. He definitely is a trade piece. For sure. But then the one I'm most excited about here is Lewis Johnson, the Cali 19-year-old second baseman who was, in fact, the 80 potential that we thought he was. He's got 90 potential. He bats lefty, throws righty, second baseman with good contact, decent fielding, really, really good on the base paths. His speed is good. His aggression is good. I like that. He can't bunt, but oh well. And he's really good right now. I'm really stoked about Lewis Johnson. That's finally, we're back. We're back, baby. We got 3 mid to upper 80s, a 90, a 79 here. And then the guys we took later on, Omar Reyes, D potential. He's not really good. And then Rick Bell here, 59 with 69 potential. Again, another guy for the minor league systems. But who is helping us achieve this record that we have? I mean, 571. Let's take a look. 571 would be good for the lead in the NL East, tied with the Brewers. It'd be a little bit off the Diamondbacks, who are insane. We'd be the best wildcard team in the NL. We'd be the best team in the AL East. We'd be just behind the White Sox. I mean, we'd be 2 games behind the White. We just happen to be in the division with the Angels, who are just popping off. All right, so now let's take a look at the statistics, taking a look at the player statistics. Who's leading it? Torkelson has 20 home runs in 200 at-bats. 10% of his at-bats have been home runs. How many at-bats per? He's already got a 3.2 WAR. Oh my God, 10 at-bats per home run. Yeah, that's what I figured. Holy smokes, Spencer Torkelson, pop off. He is back, boys. He is back. Look at this. After just playing in 12 games last season, in 52 games, he already has 20 home runs. He's batting .328 as well. We'll take a look at the average in just a minute. Verdugo and Witt have 13 home runs each. Giancarlo Stanton has 11 home runs. We did bring him in for his power. He may be somebody we bench later in the season with the way he's dropping. -5 power against lefties. I may look to bring in the Palouse. Is it Palouse? I think it is. Ponce. Luis Ponce. That's what I thought. I knew I wasn't right. Luis Ponce might come in and bat against lefties, although he's not really that good against lefties. Anyway, we'll take a look at RBIs. Obviously, Torkelson with his 20 home runs. But batting average-wise, Michael Busch is batting .350. He's now a 91 overall. He's got that tremendous contact, really good discipline. He should be batting at the top of the orders. Really should. Poisson's batting .308 in his limited time. Adley Rutschman batting .294. He's phenomenal. He's so good. I mean, for a catcher, guys, you don't ask much more than this. Soderstrom, though, is hot on his heels as far as batting average is concerned. He's obviously played less, but it's still good to see him putting up good numbers when he's out there. Alex Verdugo, Bobby Witt, Freddie Thompson doing well, growing very nicely in the hitting department, which is really his only weakness. You guys can see his fielding is phenomenal. And I think, if he can continue to grow with a bit more power, I think this 50s power, this contact's okay. Giancarlo Stanton is batting 361 would be insane. 261, which is definitely not bad at all. Bo Bichette not having a great season. Neither is Jesus Sanchez, Corbin Carroll, and then Luis Ponce. Luis Ponce is not doing well, but again, he's had 41 at-bats, batting .195. Not great. But anyway, OPS, we've got Torkelson, obviously, Poisson, Busch. Man, guys, I am a Michael Busch fan. This man came out of nowhere. I looked at him as a bench player, as a guy we could use if somebody got hurt. He got his chance. He proved to me just how good he was. He is ridiculously good, and he is probably, I'm going to say he's unless he does something in the playoffs, I'm not going to call him a cult hero, but he's probably my favorite player in this save. Michael Busch definitely has made the biggest impact in my mind. Alex Verdugo, Bobby Witt Jr., Rutschman, and Giancarlo Stanton, all above 800 OPS. Then we have Soderstrom, Bichette, and Thompson above 750. And then Jesus Sanchez, not having a great season. We did trade for him 2 years ago. He played with us last season with a 3.1 WAR. He's really a fantastic fielder. So if he can give us a little something, I mean, this is fine. I'm not going to complain about this, guys. This is not something I'm like, I need to get rid of him. Like to see Ponce obviously do a little bit better. Carroll, obviously, as a substitution player, great fielder, average hitter. I'm not looking for too much there. All right. Taking a look, though, at WAR, 3.4 for Michael Busch, 3.2 for Busch. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, I'm fawning over Michael Busch, but he's just that good. He's our second baseman, and he's making, and he signed for another season at 2.2. I love it. Bobby Witt Jr., Adley Rutschman, all these guys above 2 within 2 months, which is insane. Verdugo at 1.7, not on pace to have a 7.0 WAR. Of course, it could change. Bichette and Thompson also above 1. The only player with a negative is Ponce. That's okay. I'm not too pressed about that. Take a look at the pitchers, though. Connie Nelson's ERA is woeful, but he is 6-3. Who's got the most quality starts? Grayson Rodriguez, 8 of his 11 starts have been quality. Zach Gallen, 7 of his 11. Tariq Skubal, 7 of his 12. So these two guys are just a bit unlucky. I think their win percentage doesn't really show. I mean, the fact that they've got 70% just about quality starts. Grayson Rodriguez doing really, really well. Wicks, I mean, Connie Nelson's having a rough go. His hits per 9 is growing, right? He is growing, but he might be somebody if we get to the playoffs, which I'm assuming we will, he might be the guy that I move to the bullpen and let Wicks, Skubal, Gallen, Rodriguez. I mean, we got Gunnar Hoglund coming back eventually too, so we'll see about that. Gunnar Hoglund, did you? Yeah, okay. So he had 2 starts, 0 quality starts, a 2.0 whip, which is awful, but I mean, let's be real. He pitched 14 innings. That can easily change. Blown saves, Palouse, Rodriguez, Weathers, Whitley, Lemoyne. I mean, everybody's got kind of one blown save. That's not the end of the world. Strikeouts. We'll look at some of the more advanced stats. Why are saves all the way up here? Karinchak's got 13. Lemoyne's got 1, and Whitley has 1 as well. So Karinchak, again, doing well with his 13 saves. Do we know how many save opportunities? He's got 0 blown saves, so he's had a really good season. Taking a look at WAR, no pitchers really carrying us, and I think that might be why we've struggled. I might look at the trade block and say if there's a 90 plus pitcher out there, we may go after him. But taking a look at the Ks per 9, Karinchak continues to strike people out when he comes in the 9th inning. Grayson Rodriguez doing well. Connie Nelson doing well with strikeouts. FIP, though, Gallen's got the highest FIP, so maybe a little. Actually, it's pretty similar. Weathers, he's a reliever. I'm not going to pay too much mind, but nobody's getting incredibly unlucky. Gunnar Hoglund was with his 5.7 ERA compared, but again, he's pitched 14 innings. Lemoyne, Grayson Rodriguez, yeah, right about there. Connie Nelson is unlucky to have 0.9 higher ERA compared to his FIP. Yeah, I think he's just unlucky, and I think that he will come back down to earth with that ERA, and he'll be a good pitcher for us. I'm pretty excited about this guy. I am pretty excited about Connie Nelson. He's the first guy we really hit on the 99 overall, or the 99 potential starting pitcher, and he's 24 now pitching in our starting rotation as an 85. Yeah, he's going to be real good. But taking a look at the trade block, I saw the 90 and I got kind of excited. There's Luis Campusano, CJ Abrams, really? They want to get rid of this guy. Holy smokes. Okay, at 27. I mean, he's in the last year of his deal. Abraham Toro here, the third baseman, is starting to drop a bit. The Canadian in Toronto. Wow, that sucks that they want to get rid of him. Nobody else really on a longer term deal. Everyone is kind of on an expiring deal, which I kind of like. I kind of like the fact that this many players are on the trade block. I wish other games would do that as well. Like, just because they're on the trade block doesn't mean they have to be traded. They're shopping some of these guys a bit. So I don't really see anybody there that I would love to go after. I don't think there's a starting pitcher that we could go after. I mean, if you take a look at, I think if we go to the player search real quick, transactions. No, it's the player search right there. All right, so we'll just sort by starting pitchers, submit. There's not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God. Come on. Keep up with me, MLB The Show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's less than 10. There's less than 10 starting pitchers that are 90 overall or better. And getting my hands on one of them is going to be incredibly hard, considering Flaherty is making 20-some million a year. Julio Urias is making 20 to 30 million a year. Casey Mize is making... Whoa. Only making 13 to 15. I mean, he makes 23 at the end of his contract, but this is a guy that, oh my God, he's absolutely dealing in New York. They're just killing it. Alek Manoah making 20 million a year. Trevor Rogers making 25 to 40. Holy smokes. Dylan Cease. Yeah, you know, Shane Baz, Ian Anderson, right? Lucas Giolito, right? We're so close, right? We've got those 89s. Scooble's actually an 88. Zach Gallen, I think, dropped as well. Zach Gallen is, now down to an 87, which not good. David Peterson, we traded him away. How is he doing in Chicago? He's 6-4, 11 starts. How many quality starts? 6? Scooble's doing better. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right. So we are 4 games back of the Angels. We had another solid draft, and we're chasing the best team in baseball. I think we're set up pretty well. I do still want to look maybe into one of those pitchers, but no, none of those teams would give those guys up. Maybe as we get closer to the trade deadline, if there's somebody on the block, we can go after him. But I really don't think that we have, it'd be a rental, right? A 1-year pitcher for us. We can't look for a guy that's got tremendous amount of term because we've got so many pitchers coming up. Connie Nelson, Grayson Rodriguez. I mean, the list goes on. You know, you can just scroll through here and we have tremendous potential pitchers everywhere. And wow, okay, good to see that Blaine Enlow and Cade Cavalli, they probably did need to stay in the AAA a little bit longer, but we have some tremendous potential pitchers. It's not very deep, but they're all already here. So Ray Del Gaudio is doing great as well. So I want to make a trade for a star pitcher, but I just don't think it makes sense right now for us to do that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I think an elite pitcher is really what we're lacking. Maybe we can do another swap, Zach Gallen for another 89 or somewhere in that range. Somebody who's actually simulating well. Zach, it's not like they're simulating poorly, but we're not really getting carried by a pitcher. And I don't know if we need to, but it'd be certainly nice to have that guy that's just dotting up batters. So anyway, guys, that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free for all before we fall. This a free for all before we fall. Took some L's, but I guess you can't win them all.